Okay, so when I was younger and growing up, my family was always really big about traveling. You know, we travel all over and we do a lot of things together. Like, we were always very active. I go surfing and snowboarding and skiing and mountain biking, and you know, it led me to be like a very adventurous person. Even now, like I always dream big, and I always have like a really big dreams and really big ideas of like what I want to do in life. And so I didn't always know how to achieve those dreams and how to go after them, and you know, how to get to the end thing. And one big thing for me was setting goals for myself. So it can be short-term goals or long-term goals. And you know, over the years, these short-term goals turned into long-term goals. And you know, it would be frustrating because I couldn't always achieve them, but it's something that really, really helped me. One of the things that I'm really passionate about is volleyball. I started playing when I was 10 years old, but it wasn't easy for me to get into it and to, you know, really put myself out there, because although I was adventurous, I really wasn't used to being put out of my comfort zone. You know, I was really shy. That's me. I was really shy, and you know, I was raised to be very polite and very well mannered, and I kind of took that to the extreme sometimes. Like, I wouldn't really speak unless spoken to. If adults, you know, would talk to me, I would respond, but you know, one-word responses, and I wouldn't start a conversation. I wasn't the first one to make friends. But I really knew that I needed to get out of this, and I needed to, you know, step out of my shell in order to start playing volleyball. And my mom was the first one to suggest this to me. And you know, I had played with my neighbors. One of my next door neighbors, really good friend, she played volleyball since she was little, and you know, I'd go out in the yard after I was done with my homework and I would play with her. And my mom said, you know, I think you should really, you know, pursue this, because I've seen you and I think you really have a passion for it, because I just wanted to do it every day. I just liked, you know, like playing, and I liked getting better. And so, you know, at the time when she had said, Sarah, you know, I want you to try out for a club volleyball team, I was like, okay, you know, that's fine, I'll do it. And even to this day, I still do that with my mom, like, whatever will make her happy. But then when it came about and when it actually happened, that morning I was so scared and I was really nervous. And I was like, oh boy, like, I don't want to go. I pulled out like all the cards and I was just like, please, I'm sick, like, I don't feel good, please don't make me go. But, you know, she got my dad on board, and my dad was like, you're going. He always wanted me to play basketball and soccer and softball, and I had, and I tried them, but I was always too shy to really, like, put myself out there and improve and excel in them. So when I walked into the gym for tryouts that day, pretty sure I looked like this. I was really, really scared. I remember like looking around and going, I know nobody here. What am I going to do? You know, I was still, you know, that really, really polite, shy girl who, when we would do drills, you know, I thought it was polite to let people go in front of me. So, like, you know, you'd make a contact and you go to the end of the line, and I would be at the end of the line, but, you know, girls would keep coming, and I'd go, no, you go ahead of me, you go ahead of me, you go ahead of me, and I would never end up, you know, participating in the drill, because I thought it was polite to let the girls go in front of me. And, you know, I had to sit down with my coaches and say, no, like, you can't do that, you know, that's not polite, you have to be competitive. This is a cutthroat and competitive environment, even at, you know, the age of 10 years old. So, you know, I ended up getting a call back that night, and I had made the highest team for my age level, and I was like, looking back on that now, I have no idea how I did that, because I was awful. I was really bad, but in practice, the first day, you know, everyone was really encouraging, even though I was the worst player. I knew I was the worst, my teammates knew I was the worst, my parents knew I was the worst, and my coaches knew I was the worst. I was really bad, but you know, they were encouraging of me, and I didn't like feeling that way. But I knew that volleyball was my true passion when I still, despite being the worst, I wanted to come, and there was nothing more that I would rather be doing than playing volleyball and coming to practice every day and getting better. So, you know, I kept going, and I set, this is when goals came into perspective for me, and when I really started setting short-term goals. So the first one that I had was serving a volleyball over the net. I couldn't make it within, you know, 8 feet of the net, which is really bad. You know, in volleyball, you have to be able to serve the ball over the net. It's what everybody, every player, every position has to do, a skill that everyone has to learn how to do eventually. That's actually me. serving I play beach volleyball also. But, you know, I'd have my parents, I said, you know, take me to the park every day. And they'd take me to the park every day after school, and I would serve, and I would serve, and I would serve. And I don't remember finally making that first serve over the net, but, you know, I did. And I'm pretty sure my face looked like that. You know, I was really excited, really happy because I could finally do that. And, you know, looking back on it, I was like, wow, when did I really, you know, when did I make that first serve over? When did I achieve that first goal? And what it really did for me was it lit that fire under me. Like, it showed me that I could do it. And if I put my mind to something, I knew I would be able to achieve anything. With, you know, the support and help of my teammates and my friends and my coaches. So, you know, I kept practicing and I kept, you know, setting these goals for myself. And at the back of my mind, and at the back of all of my teammates' minds, one long-term goal was, you know, getting a college scholarship. And it was kind of an unspoken thing. For many of you who don't play sports, it's when you first start playing, you don't even know about scholarships. You know, you're young and you just love playing and you love participating and getting better and you just enjoy your sport. And this could weigh on you sometimes. You know, it was a lot of pressure for me, like having to handle and having to know that it was something that I really, really wanted to do, but I didn't know for sure if I was ever going to make it there. And so my goal was to start at the Pac-12 level, and I haven't, you know, achieved that yet because I'm not obviously in college. But I ended up getting a scholarship, and people for years told me that I wouldn't be able to because of like my physical limitations, and I might be tall to some of you, but at the Pac-12 level, which is the best conference for volleyball, you know, I'm really tiny. My approach and my average vertical jump is 9'4", and the average in the Pac-12 is 10'4", which means that these girls can jump a full foot higher than me, can hit straight over me, and so I ended up committing to the University of Arizona, and two of the girls that I will be playing with, who have just committed as well, are 6'8" and 6'7", which means that I will be really tiny, a hell of a midget. Yeah, we call them the Twin Towers, so they're the Twin Towers. And you know, so I'll have 6'7", 6'8", and then another player that is also going is 6'6" and 6'4". So those are 4 of the 6 starters who will be playing when I get there, which means, you know, I might be kind of hard to spot out there on the court. But, you know, something that I really learned is that although on days when I may feel like this, after practice, you know, I may be really frustrated and it may be really hard to handle at times not being able to, you know, improve as fast as you want to improve. With this support and help of like people who will encourage you and help you to achieve those goals, I think that anything is possible. And you know, it can be whatever you want it to be. It can be art, choir, drama, dance, marching bands, you know, whatever it is that you have that passion for. And you should just surround yourself with people who are like you and who have the same goals and the same dreams as you. Because then, you know, nothing is impossible.